Today, I want to share with you how I left my 9 to 5 to start building my dream life. By the end of this video, you'll see the life that I'm having right now, the dream life that I always wished for myself, and how you can do that for yourself too. I still remember the day that I started working construction 9 years ago. I had moved to a different city that I still didn't know how to speak the local language. I didn't know how to speak English. So it was hard for me to find a job. I found a job just in construction, working as a laborer under the sun, carrying construction debris, all that rubbish from construction. That was the only kind of job that I could find. I remember that it was so painful to be carrying buckets under the sun. It's hard to remember because those are the days that it's just like I never really want to go back to those things because they are painful. And I remember getting home feeling like my body was completely sore, my back was painful. I was taking like 1 hour of public transport just to get to work and get to there and actually work under the sun, carrying buckets, and then getting home is just like knowing that it's going to be painful. Yeah, it was some hard times. But then I just had to get used to it. That was the only option that I had. If I just keep fighting my mind that I just hated, I kind of like knew that it would be even more painful because once you have that in your mind that you hate doing the thing that you are doing, the whole journey becomes even harder. When you just accept the idea that it's your job, it's just going to be painful and that's it, it's just like the more you try to avoid it, the harder it becomes. You just accept it. You just say, look, this is my life, that's it, I'm not going to be complaining about it. This is it. What can we do? So I don't speak any English. I really need to get used to the job, and this is my life. So after a couple of years that I was actually working as a laborer in construction, it got to a point where I just asked myself, look, I really need to level up. I need to get qualified. I need to just be better than just a laborer. I need to do something. And then that's when I had the idea of become a qualified carpenter, because I was just already working construction. I was working with a few carpenters already. And I say, look, I think I just want to be like you guys, I just want to get qualified and become someone in life. That's when I made the decision to start studying to become a carpenter, a qualified carpenter. It took me like 2 years to really become a fully qualified carpenter. And during that time, I was still working construction, but I kind of like got promoted just to be a carpenter apprentice because I was studying to become one. So they just made the decision of like, oh, like now they're just learning how to be one carpenter, studying how to be one. So it just give you some more tasks as a carpenter already so you can start learning. So I was grateful for the people that I was working with, that was like maybe 3-4 years into the construction. That's when I was just like really getting qualified, learning a lot of carpentry, and I became qualified. So I learned how to do the things. And the year that I just became qualified, it was 2021. When it happened, I just thought that was my life. That is my life. I look around, everyone is just basically like me. No one has this mindset of becoming someone else in life. They just accept the idea of we work for someone else. We work 9 to 5. We only work like 40 hours a week. The only thing that we do is just make the money to pay for our bills and just to get to the weekend and just spend with beers and drink. So that was the environment that I was in. And look everyone around me. everything just seemed normal. And I just assumed that was my life. That was painful to see it. But as I was so into that loop, I couldn't see outside of it. For some reason, I couldn't see it. I think I didn't seek for knowledge. I didn't seek to get information on anything else, because I just thought that was my normal life. That was it. I was going to be like that for the rest of my life. Being a carpenter was just the way that it is, because the society just put you in that position, like the system, like the government just makes you think that that's how things are. And then if you don't look for things, you're just gonna be stuck forever in there, in a sad life where you're just like, you have got enough money to pay your bills, maybe to do a trip here and there, maybe if you're lucky. If you have a family, I don't think that's gonna be really possible. But then that got to a point where in 2024, in the middle of 2024, I just started asking myself, am I meant to be here? Is this really my life? Am I meant to be working something that I hate? Is this my purpose to be here? It can't be true. It can't be it. How can a lot of people work with what they love, make a lot of money, and I'm still working here under the sun all day long, carrying heavy lift, it's just carrying heavy stuff with a lot of tools and suffering all day, really suffering. Because when you're working under the sun all day, carrying heavy things, doing that physical labor job, it hurts. It really hurts. And I just asking myself, this can't be it. I need to find something else. I need to find something else for my life. That's when I started really thinking about doing something different. And then in the beginning of this year, 2025, in New Year's Eve, I made a promise to myself. This year, I'm going to change. This year, I will do anything that I can to find something that I love doing, that I can just find the passion of living with it. I didn't know where to start. I started on YouTube. I think everyone does that. I started looking YouTube. I started watching some videos, but I didn't know where to really give a solid start, because I started watching things, but then, okay, it's just more information. You start learning, kind of like learning, watching different people saying different things. Oh, do this, do that, but follow this path, follow this thing. I was like, okay, where should I go? Should I go here? Should I go there? How can I do it? How can I do that? I was like, okay. That's when I found one guy that I was like, okay, this guy, I love him. Which is Alex Hormozi. If you don't know him, he's just an American entrepreneur. He is very strong on social media, on YouTube, where he just posts a lot of stuff. And one of the things that I love the most about his content, because he's very honest. He's very honest with what he says. If you're going to start a business, it's going to be painful. It's going to be hard. It's going to take longer than you think to actually achieve your financial freedom. I was like, okay, so this seems like a solid information. How can I just learn more about it? That's when I found one platform that he owns, which is called Skool. So I decided to let's just see what this Skool is about. It's a platform that you can create your own communities. And I was just, okay, there might be something that I can get started with. I started using the platform. I joined a few communities, and I made my first mistake of trying to learn from all of them. I joined a few, everything similar to work. Everything is just like, okay, this thing works. This guy, what he's saying works. This guy here, this method works. I was like, okay, get information from everywhere, trying to really apply everything. But then that was the first huge mistake that I made. Really starting to learn from everyone on that platform. Because Alex Ramosi, he doesn't have like his course or anything like that. He only like really speaks about business and all these things, but he doesn't have his own course. He's so big already. He only works with big companies, so I couldn't really get to him. So I had to start with some different people. That's when I got so overwhelmed, so information, and I didn't take action. I didn't do anything. I was like, okay, this works, but follow this, follow that. That's when I said, I just stopped it with myself and started thinking, okay, let's just focus in one thing. How can I learn how to build my business? How can I learn how to build things? And then I found one community that was Synthesizer. That's the name of the community. And then I just promised myself that I was just, okay, I'll just follow one source rule. I'll just follow this training here. They got it for free on their community. I'll just follow it. I just resonate a lot with the community, the culture of the community of helping people and make beautiful money. That's the only thing that the people they teach there. I was like, okay, that really talks to me. That's the only thing that the people they teach there. I was like, okay, that really talks to me. I'm a follower of God. I think it's just like this movement of making beautiful money and helping more people really talking to me. I was like, okay, how can I help people? What am I good at? How can I help others? And then I started looking back into my life. It's just like, what am I good at? I was like, okay, I love going to the gym. I love being healthy. I love being disciplined with my goals and my things. When I just put in my mind that I will achieve something, I always end up achieving it. I was like, okay, I love following a routine. That's one of my biggest advantages. I've got like calendars that are just like follow things. I've got like my life very well structured. I was like, okay, like I think I'm good at it. I can help people with like their fitness goals because I've been training for 13 years of my life. I can help them with dieting. I can help them to be like organized with their lives. I can help them be disciplined. Okay, I found something. I found something that I'm good at. How can I find people that I can help with? And one of the things that they talk in the community, it's about helping people for free first. If you don't know how to charge for people, if you can't validate your offer, just helping people for free. And then it's like a win-win situation. You learn. If your offer is good, you can provide value to people, and then you can get the feedback from them. If they get results, if they achieve what you're looking for, good. They're just gonna give you feedback, you get testimonials, and you start building your business. And after that, I was just like, okay, let me just find this guy. Let me just find this person I'm gonna be helping for free. I found one guy that he was struggling with being disciplined with his goals and all just to achieve things in life related to his body, his health. And I helped him for 6 weeks. And it was so good. He loved it. He loved my program. He loved the person that I was. And he became my first client. He just said, look, I really want to keep working with you. I really want to pay you. How much do you charge? I was like, I don't know. Let me just give you a price here, So it's just, I provide the best value, the best service, the best program that I could to him. I was just feeling so excited about that when he just told me, like, I love your program. I love how you approach people. I love how you want to help people. And I really want to keep working with you. I was like, yes, that's good. That feels good. And then he became my first client. And after that, I was like, okay, how can I get more? How can I be able to really get more of it? I ended up joining the paid course, like the paid program of that community that I just mentioned to you, Synthesizer, because to learn more, to really how to scale the business and how to find more people, how to find systems that really work, because I didn't know anything about business, anything. And then at that time, I was still like working construction, and I wasn't doing anything apart from coming home from work and studying. Really getting to the computer and trying to learn things, take action, messaging people, networking, and really trying to make the thing work. I cut off all the distractions of my life. Really, I wasn't going out for anything. I didn't have weekends. I didn't have times away. Nothing. When you really want to make something work, you gotta take distractions out of your life. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. It's all about sacrificing some things. This is how it is. And then when I joined that page community, that's when I started learning about things. I got another 2 clients after a month of joining that program because I learned how to do it. I did a launch with my socials, and then I was just, okay, I knew how I could help people. I was just like, okay, I can help people with building their routines. I can help people become healthier by just like showing them their workouts, keeping them accountable, send them the nutrition plan, because I've been working out for 13 years of my life. And then I can help them with this mindset of being disciplined, to really stick with this new life, with this new routine for life. And I love it because that's the life I live. That's how I am. So that's why I feel excited talking about it, because that's the way I do. That's my everyday life. That's when, after these first 2 clients, I was like, I work in construction still, doing all these things. And I got to a point where I was just so sick of working construction already. I was just feeling tired. Things weren't working the way that I wished it would, because I was still working construction. I couldn't put the amount of time that I really wanted to make things work in my business. That's when I say, look, let's just make some calculations here. Let's see how much money I need to have. Let's just see how many clients I need to have to really at least pay my bills, so I don't have to depend on the construction job anymore. I did a few calculations. I was like, it came up that I need 1 client a month to pay my bills. Just 1 client, just 1 person. I was like, okay. And I was like, should I do it? Should I not? Is it the right time to do it? It's not. And as I'm very connected to God, I was really praying, talking to God every time, just like, send me something, to really quit my job, like talk to me. And I couldn't get a word from him. I was like, okay, I'll just make a decision, because I think I can get 1 client a month. That's not gonna be hard. I'll just do it. I did it. I made a decision. I'm gonna leave my 9 to 5. I'm capable of doing it. I've got the training with me, the program. I've got all the knowledge now. I've got the systems to follow. I've got the business model. I just need to take action. I just need to make things work. I just need more time in my business to make things work. I quit it. Quit my 9 to 5. And then in the first week that I quit, I got the other 2 clients. And they came to me to really looking for help. That was the message that God sent to me. And I don't just tell much, but it's good to remember that, because it's really clicked. It's really like, okay, that's the path that I'm meant to go. That's the path that I'm meant to be. I was so excited about leaving my 9 to 5 and being able to live my dream, to live with something, with purpose. Oh man, it's just so good to be able to help people become healthier, And then now, this is the life that I'm having. This is the life that I've always dreamed of. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not in a very financial position that I say like I'm making tons of money. No, I'm not that. I'm paying my bills, at least. I'm paying my bills. And I know it's gonna be like that. I know that it's not gonna be easy. I know that I have to put the hard work, talk to people, going there, making content, and doing all these hard things. I need to be showing up every single day. There's some days I work 12, 13 hours, Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday even sometimes. Every day. Some weeks I work every day, 12 hours a day. But I love it. So much better than being working under the sun in construction. So much better to see that it's just like you have meaning in life. You have purpose. You're helping people, which is the most important thing. Being able to help others to become healthier. To have a life that they can just be proud of themselves, because they can also have a better life, a healthier life. You perform better. You become like way more energized. You've got like that mental focus that increases a lot. So many good things about being healthy and helping others to restructure their routine, helping them to keep them accountable at the gym, sending them workouts, send them like dieting, talk to them like every single day and jump on calls every single week to really give that identity change of someone who loves going to the gym, someone who loves being healthy, someone who really loves life. And it's so good. It's really so good. And that's the life I'm having now. I'm posting like daily on Instagram to really helping people. I've created my own community on that platform that I just mentioned to you. Is cool, just to help more people, and that's the life I'm having now. And I really, if you're watching this and you're really wanting that situation of 9 to 5, trying to become an entrepreneur, trying to build a business, go for it. Go for it. Become that person that you want to be, because freedom lives there. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. A lot of people, they just give up on that life because they don't have that security of that money coming from the 9 to 5, and people sometimes don't like to live like that. But that's the risk that you have to take. Trust yourself. Have faith that things will work. That's it. And that's the points that I really want to touch on. If you want to be part of the community, the link is here in the description or in the first pinned comment. And I'll see you on the next one.